Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. It's actually Saturday. No, it's Saturday, December 1st at midnight. And that's tonight's first boom. Welcome to December. A December to remember after a November of record breakers. You've entered Boom Studios. I'm your host, Mr. Boombastic. Some call me Fantastic. And here's tonight's first snow boom. Heads up, kids. Holla. Ow. That didn't go well. 1026, we have a 483. Highway 127. That's some good stuff. Doesn't want to play. Yeah. Not a happy camper. Storm to drop heavy snow, threaten whiteout conditions across north central states into Saturday night. It might be a fright. Areas from Nebraska to South Dakota to parts of Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Michigan can expect a storm to bring heavy snow, gusty winds, local blizzard conditions from Saturday into Saturday night. What a fright! The wintry side of the storm will be centered further north when compared to the storm of last week, while the storm may not be quite as potent as the ones in terms of wind. When compared to the storm of last week was a blizzard over a huge swath. Top-end snowfall with this storm may exceed last week's. With up to 18 inches predicted, we're going to get to it. Blizzard conditions this weekend, treacherous travel, plans altered. The combination of heavy snow and winds averaging 15 to 30 mile per hour with gusts near 40 can produce whiteout conditions from time to time with the border on blizzard. Now, you need to be above 50 for that, but that's a fine blizzard. Even though the storm will begin as rain and may include as periods of ice in parts, completely fluxing traffic. Forecasts say heavy snow and wind in areas. The storm may pack enough wind to cause sporadic power outages to hundreds of thousands. A large swath of 3 to 6 inches of snow is expected to extend from eastern Wyoming all the way into space over to the right side there. Yeah, somewhere in the Maritimes in eastern Canada. Say it ain't Schmanada. AccuWeather Storm Max says 24 inches at the center of the chaos. Northern Nebraska, you get the prize. The zone capable of receiving a foot of snow with an AccuWeather local storm max of 24 inches will be centered in northern Nebraska. Southern South Dakota, say it ain't soda. Northwest Iowa and southern Minnesota. Whew. You can download an app if you're an idiot, because you just need to watch the channel. Flash flood watch in effect from 1 a.m. to some other time, and I guarantee that's California. Here we snow. Up to 20 inches expected Saturday evening in the Cascades. Yeah, that's up there. Near Mount Plow. Oh, Mr. Plow. That's its name again. Oak Ridge, Oregon, a winter weather advisory is in effect for the Cascades until 6 p.m. Saturday, according to the National Weather Service. That means over 11 states are going to experience near blizzard conditions over the coming days. And if I was Al Gore, I would not go out into public. But he's planning on having a public global warming meeting for the whole world to witness. I want to witness how that goes. A winter weather advisory for snow means that periods of snow will cause Al Gore to sound like a pitiful fool at this event. It will also lead to primary travel difficulties in Oregon, forecasters say Friday. Be prepared for snow-covered roads and limited visibilities, and use caution when driving. The forecast calls for 10 to 20 inches of global warming to fall. The snow will begin Friday above 3,000 feet, and levels will be falling to 2,500 feet by Saturday. Highest accumulation rates will occur 10 p.m. Friday through 10 a.m. Saturday, when it will hit the fan, forecasters said. Whew. I'm parched. I'm just drinking up some science. It's dumping snow in Tahoe. Say it ain't so. And here are photos to prove it. Yeah, ankle deep in the global warming steep. Look at all those sheep. Bah. That was fun. Mount Mansfield, not James Manson. Is that what his name was? Mount Mansfield, Vermont breaks November snow depth record. Heads up, Vermont. After the death of Bod Cochlin, who learned to ski at Snow, Vermont, friends including Matt Henderson honored him by spreading his ashes in the backcountry run known as Bob's Rash. They covered it in Bob's ash. I can't make this up. Mount Mansfield, Vermont's highest peak set a November snow depth record. This month's snow added up to 46 inches on the summit. That is global warming goodness, according to the Thursday afternoon tweet by the National Weather Service. Hashtag Al Gore. The total beat the 1990 record. Not by a pinch, but by an inch. And that was a cinch. Snowway, the current hashtag snow depth at Mount Mansfield in Vermont is 46 inches. Previously, the highest observed snow depth in the month of November was 45 back in 1990. Way to snow, Mount Mansfield. We're getting on with it. All right, let's do this. That's not all, kids. Other screens are white. And things aren't downloading quickly. But we're suffering a minor blizzard outside. Have you heard? Syracuse's sixth snowiest November since records began in 1902. Back then it blew. There was no internet. No Candy Crush. Huh? No One Direction. All that good shite. After reporting a few days ago that Syracuse was close to making its coldest November on record, this month has also landed the city in the top 10 snowiest Novembers ever. In the total of 116 years of data, that makes it a hella year. As of Thursday, Syracuse has seen 22.7 inches, 57.66 centimeters for you euros. And that's since November 1st. That is a snow burst. That puts it the sixth snowiest November on record, with going back to 1902, which ain't a poo. Only separating it by 30%. Well, that's quite a lot. I want to go see what this Japanese lady is saying. Oh, boom! There's a boom happening at Sakonejima. Somebody call FEMA. Breaking weather with another 1.2 inches of snow today, according to Wayne Mahar. Syracuse, 1848, officially jumps into 6th place for the all-time snowiest November's on record. It will not go any higher. He was certain of that, according to his tweet. Parts of central Nebraska could see up to 18 inches of global warming wonder this weekend. Weather Service says they painted it yellow for you to think it was hot. It's hot. Yeah, huge swath of Brewster, Thedford, Answorth, Springview, Valentine, Butler, O'Neill, Burwell, Broken Bow, Stapleton. You're fucked. Yes, you're going to be covered in the 12 to 18 inches of the global warming goodness. Please send Al a thank you card. Updated storm total snowfalls are increasing from tonight through Sunday evening. Hazardous impacts. Greatest snowfall totals across portions of north central Nebraska. A brief period of mixed precipitation will totally screw everyone, placing a sheet of ice underneath 18 inches of fresh powder. It's likely to transition to snow Friday evening, creating a light glaze of ice and death, black ice and destruction for many. Wind gusts of 25 miles per hour will cause areas of blowing snow Saturday and Sunday. Power outages likely. Did you buy an extra cord of wood? Well, you should. Use caution if necessary to travel. Know before you go. 511.nebraska.gov. Holy crap, Diamond is full of information. Here's some pictures of the suckers. Parts of west central and north central Nebraska. Yeah, that ain't Kansas. Could see up to 18 inches of snow and winds gusting to 35 miles per hour before hundreds of people crashed this weekend, according to the National Weather Service. Travel could be very difficult to impossible. So if you haven't bought your Snickers bars and your Hot Pockets, head the fuck out and clear those shelves of bread and milk and all other out of the shite. Towns that could see the highest snowfall totals include Valentine, Answorth, O'Neill, Thedford. Their supermarkets are already bare. Grand Island, Norfolk, Kearney, all declared snow emergencies, and they don't even have Snickers bars at the mini-mart. Some events in the cities were already being canceled Friday night. And it was a fright. Snow is coming. Bangor, Augusta, Millinocket, Holy, Davy Crockett, all on pace to have the coldest Novembers on record. Now, wait a minute. How the is that possible? Al! Did you... Huh? Bitter winds blow snow across Flagstaff Lake on Thanksgiving, obscuring the view of Mount Bigelow. I'm no gigolo. Something is afoot. This month so far has been the coldest November on record for many locales in Maine, according to the National Weather Service. Al Gore said that they were lying, but bitter single-digit temperatures say otherwise. Bangor, Augusta, Millinocket each have their coldest recorded Novembers ever in the entirety of recorded history, according to the federal weather data posted online. Now, the South Regional Climate Center at the University of North Carolina is in a binder. Bangor has averaged just 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Millinocket just 29. Augusta just below 33 degrees. Now, records for these locations date back for decades, and it has never been lower than now. Please, someone in the global warming world, tell me how. I'm not cherry picking. I simply look... record cold chills in Vero Beach, Florida. That is on the other side of North America. All the way on the southern portion of the coast to the east. Iguanas are falling from trees, and they look pathetic. We may be the butt of northerners' jokes, but when it comes to a cold in the middle of the subtropics, it can wreak havoc. What is this? Is this funny? Is that Al Gore? Okay, let's watch it. Not funny. But what is true is a record-tying cold settled over Vero Beach early on Thursday as the season's coldest temperatures of the year continue to linger across much of Florida. And when they say coldest temperatures of the year, they're obfuscating from the truth, because the morning low in Treasure Coast was 37 degrees, tying a record that was set on the same date back in 1966. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Way before global warming, decades before. So they can suck it. And Floridians are starting to be concerned, Al. No records were set, but they were tied in Brevard County, with the mercury falling to 41 degrees before winter in Florida, according to the National Weather Service in Melbourne. Now, the morning chill gave way to warmer temperatures, getting all the way up to the 60s. Wednesday, with temperatures in Melbourne just hovered 3 degrees above 35-degree record low set back in 1938. And I guarantee you next year it's going to be so fucking cold there that old people are just going to die drinking their coffee on their porch because they won't realize it's 22 degrees. By Friday, they'll be back to Florida and nothing to see here except more dead manatees. And lots of iguanas with concussions. It's not funny, honey. Record cold Novembers are becoming rare. This is what the nonsense that happens at the same time. I just showed you records being broken all over North America. And in the same North American rags, on the same day, they claim that record cold Novembers are becoming rare, except that 2018 was one of the coldest Novembers ever. But they're rare now, except that right now is the coldest one ever. But they're rare, except right now, which is the coldest ever. But they're rare, man. They're becoming rare, except when they're the coldest ever. Now, they're rare, man. Did you know that record cold Novembers are really rare? Except that right now we're in the record coldest November? Have you heard that somewhere? ABC, suck it. Facts. You're looking at facts, very deep facts. We call this deep facts. And by Sunday, December 2nd, there will be deep facts in northern Nebraska. There are the facts. 8 to 12 inches through most of the Sierras and 17 inches laying on the ground in the southern Cascades. Yeah. By midday Sunday. Sunday fun day. That's not too far away. That's a ton of snow to fall in just a few days. And it doesn't go ways. It keeps coming. And it moves south, the southern swath, to hit Saturday, December 8th, burying parts of the South. Yeah, take a look at North Kakalaki. Virginia. Your forecast, you better call the governor. You might need a state of emergency sometime during December 8th. And if you don't know, now you know. Boom! GFS model is not funny, kids. It's showing snow in 48 states by December 10th. Florida, we're coming for ya. Alaska earthquake, TV stations off the air amid extensive damage from 7.0 trembler. Aftershocks, tsunami warning canceled. Pretty standard quake with the normal cacophony of aftershocks happening. The main event is over. Nothing to see, kids. Limited damage. I saw no loss of life. It could have been much worse, and it will be. Just not tonight. Seismic update. Yep, still not tonight. Aftershocks have died down. No other quakes of note worldwide. We've currently been at KP0 for most of the last 3 days. Mount Etna has a major uptick over the last few days. We saw Saku erupting just earlier. Here you can see the plume. Poor visibility at Popo. Nothing else interesting. This is Volcano YTS. Always come give them a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Links will be below. Worldwide volcano news update loading. Ibico eruption just moments ago reported according to volcanic ash. Fuego reventador Torrealba Mayon Sakurajima. And we're watching, it exploded earlier today in the aftermath of that. Come check out the links. Strombolian activity and lava flow observed at Etna. I was hoping to show you some footage, but it has calmed down in the last 2 hours. Go over to Volcano YTS and check out the live stream over the next few hours, and I'm sure you will see Etna kick back up again. Mild Strombolian activity and lava flow were recorded on the eastern vent. The lava is, in fact, has traveled all the way down the eastern flank, and it was glowing just moments ago. So, this is a moderate uptick, and this volcano is not that dangerous, except that they have tourist areas here. So if it does have a major uptick to VEI 2, people could get burned. And I warned of this 7 months ago, and here's the uptick that I warned about. Space weather, you're looking at the estimated planetary K-index, 3-hour data. You've been psychic most of the last 2 days, and it may and should continue. Now, some nonsense. Geoengineering is the last-ditch option to stall global warming, and it's getting a first test. We talked about this almost a year ago. Harvard researchers are now going to be adding some baking soda up in the stratosphere using balloons. And that is soon. So geoengineering is now going live mainstream. As we cool rapidly, record November lows all time, record November snows, these D-bags are trying to cool the earth. I can't make this shit up. It's totally fucking insane. Come read the article and see how fucking insane it is. With the planet on course to warm 3 degrees. Even though the last 2 years we've dropped 0.8 degrees C, according to these idiots that don't know anything, we're warming 3 degrees soon and we're all dying. So now they got the go-ahead to do this geoengineering project. The first phase of disgrace for the human race will be the U.S. spending $3 million to shoot baking soda into the stratosphere, which will help cool the Earth while the Earth is cooling. No fooling. I hope you're drooling. I cannot make this up. And they show a large volcanic eruption on the cover. Like, yeah, we're just going to do that with baking soda. That's what we're going to do. It's awesome. And we're doing it soon. We'll let you know. And guess where they're doing it? Right in here. Right where I live. Four Corners. Yeah, Monument Valley. Right where I just was. That's where this test is happening. Right over the Navajo people. Because they love them so much. I wonder if that had something to do with it. Oh, have you heard Monument Valley was closed this weekend due to cult activity? Yeah, and I was there. Part of the cult. Now, if you read this article, this is 100% a lie. There's no information here is true. There were no people, not a single fucking person there was holding a Bible. I made a video. Go check it out. It just came out an hour before this did. There are no crazy Christians, no doomsdayers, no one there thinks the end of the world is coming. No one. None. Those people are in corners of major cities. Please watch the video I put out on Global Witness, Witness in the Desert, the facts, the cult, the community, the truth. They found out that we were carrying out unauthorized cult-related activity. Could you please send me a list of the authorized cult-related activity that we could carry out? Boom! Hey, I did an interview with my friend Ransom over at 420 TV Freedomist Films. If you haven't been over here to subscribe, I need you to come and subscribe to his channel. This interview needs more than 125 views. It's good.
Yeah, I actually won an MC Hammer dance contest.
Did you hear that? I actually won an MC Hammer dance contest. And more information, I smoked pot the whole time. I swear to God, you'll love it. Had a lot of fun in the desert. I'm about to show you a sneak peek of what I haven't published yet. Now you saw, if you're smart, the interview I did with Dorothy. She is part of a clan that has lived on that land for 1,500 years. And the SWAT team came in and took all of her friends out of there. We're actually family, so they're probably breaking tribal law. Because the group that was there helped pay for the extraction of her father's body from the morgue. So I think that we qualify as family. Dorothy's family. In fact, she would probably back us up in saying the whole human race is her family. And that's the kind of knowledge that you gain when you stop being insane and you take the red pill. Now her husband and his cousins were kind enough to take us on an extremely extensive tour of their backyard, where we drove by most of their aunts and cousins' houses in the middle of the most protected and contested areas in the world. And the video I publish tomorrow, you will appreciate, I assure you. Because these gentlemen that took us into their backyard were some of the most genuine people I've ever met. And I would give them the shirt off of my back, and I would step in front of a bullet for them.
Okay, we're at the House of a Thousand Hands. There's the room. There's the conspiracy theorist.
I'm a conspiracy scientist. I've upgraded myself.
I like that. And here are some of the thousands of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And some really big, flying, creepy dude with the thing off out of his head. That is not a depiction of a human. This, like, he has like a flat head on the far right guy. He's got like a saucer head.
Oh, yeah.
Look at these hands. There's hands everywhere. I focus in on. They're everywhere here. You can't see them.
Dude, there's a ghost dude. There's a ghost dude right there. You can see clearly. He's got his hands down. It's shaped like a ghost. Like Casper the Ghost.
Sneak peek. Sneak peek. I have dozens of films like this, and it's not just petroglyphs that he showed us.
Do you see it?
And in fact, I found petroglyphs that these gentlemen have never seen before. If you follow the electric universe, my day consisted of looking for
right
Squatter Man.
Where's north?
And I showed some of the indigenous people a petroglyph that they had never known about. And you're looking at it.
Dude, that was good. Anthony Preparedness.
And we went to ruins. This family loved us so much, they knew that we were there for the right reasons. And they trusted us with their heart.
And the battery's about to die.
What kind of batteries?
Dead.
So stay tuned for more. More footage from Monument Valley. Witness in the desert. Shutdown of the cult leader Derek Bros and the witness in the desert, evil satanic Luciferian cult. If you believe that, you're adult. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. We love each and every one of you. Continue watching. Share this with like-minded people. Spread the word. Do not get shut down. I got 3 death threats today. People said they're coming to get me. I don't believe them. They're all cowards. All cowards will be blocked. The truth is stronger than fiction. Check your diction. That's a boom.